1-foot jumping versus 2-foot jumping. Which one is better? Which one makes you jump higher? Is there a meaning to life? All these questions will be answered today. Now I'm going to start by saying there are pros and cons to both sides, so I'm going to explain all of them in full detail. Now to start off first, should you be a 1-foot or 2-foot jumper? Now typically, even though there are exceptions, a 1-foot jumper is going to be skinnier and lankier. And my example for this is Zach LaVine. He is primarily a 1-foot jumper, but can go off 2. He can just jump really high, and that's because his body is more built and more suited for 1-foot jumping. Now on the contrary, we have an extreme here of Shaquille O'Neal. And basically, someone of his size and his strength, they have no reason to go off of 1 foot. Like 2 foot is just for them because they're just heavier and it's way easier for them to get up off 2 feet than 1. Also, I don't think I've ever seen Shaq do a 1-foot dunk in his entire life, so. Now, if you're still not sure, I got you. These are all the pros and cons of each technique. Now, a con of 1 foot is that it's easier to get hurt while doing it, and also you can't do it for as long because it is so taxing on the body. And that is because when you come down from a 1-foot dunk, you're typically landing on one leg, so it puts all that pressure on one leg. And also when you're jumping off of that one leg, all that force is just on that leg. Now with 2-foot jumping, you get to share that force between 2 legs, so you can do it for much longer, you're less likely to get hurt, and that is one of its main benefits. Another con of 1-foot jumping is it's harder to catch and finish alley-oops because it's just way harder to time, and you just have less time like in one spot to finish the alley-oop. Now a pro for 2-foot jumping, it is just way easier to catch and time alley-oops. Now, a pro of 1 foot is it's just more practical in games. It's easier to pick up while you're in the dribble full speed and finish the dunk. It's just way more natural to do it in a game than off 2 feet. A con of 2-foot jumping is that it's harder to do in games, and it's harder to jump with the ball in your hand off the dribble. It's just less natural than off 1. A con of 2 foot is that it's harder to dunk from further away. A pro of 1 foot is it's easier to dunk from far away. Now, a pro and con with both techniques of jumping is that some dunks are easier to do off a certain type, and some dunks are a lot harder to do off of another type. Now, I want to end by saying you can and should try to be both, because then you have more options and more situations where you can jump and dunk and finish off of those different plants. So anyways, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I will see you all later. Peace out.